Bat myths, facts and fallacies. There are a lot of nasty rumours flying around about the poor bat, and most of them aren't true at all. They're actually pretty awesome animals. As blind as a bat is a phrase that is often tossed around, alluding to the idea that bats cannot see well at all, but it's all lies. Bats' eyes may be small and some may be poorly developed, but they work just fine. Although a lot of species do use echolocation to hunt, they also use their eyesight to some degree too. Some larger species, such as fruit bats, use both sight and smell to locate their food. So where did the idea that bats are blind start? Well, this rumour started over 2,000 years ago. Even Aristotle wrote about bats and their poor eyesight. It's thought that people often observed bats flying around and noted their rapid, erratic flight patterns and thought they just couldn't see where they were going. In actual fact, they were probably just hunting for insects. People believe that bats will fly into your hair and get stuck, but this is actually just an old wives' tale. This myth is thought to have started by mothers who would tell young girls that bats would fly into their hair to deter them from going out after dark. Bats actually have amazing echolocation abilities and they are excellent flyers. They can navigate within a hair width from any object, including heads, and never even touch it. Their echolocation is just that good. They are much more likely to swoop over your head in search of bugs and insects, and they are definitely not interested in your hair. Despite people's hatreds of bats, they are actually one animal you definitely want around. A single little brown bat can eat well over 1,000 mosquito-sized insects in an hour. The pallid bat even eats scorpions. On top of that, just like bees, bats are pollinators, so not only are they a natural form of pest control, they help plants and trees to grow too. Legends about blood-sucking bats have been around for a long time, and they are often linked to tales of vampires. In actual fact, there's only one species of bat that feeds on blood, and they don't suck it up like vampires in movies. Vampire bats, which are found in Mexico and Central and South America, actually make a tiny cut with their teeth and then lap up the blood that flows out with their tongues. And they don't really like human blood at all. They much prefer cows, pigs, horses, or even birds. And they are so light and graceful that they can feed for over 30 minutes without ever waking their prey. Most people misidentify bats as rodents, but they're actually not related to rodents at all. They might be small and furry, but that's where the similarities end. They're actually more closely related to primates than they are to rats or mice. Still not convinced? Well, here's some more. There are actually over 1,300 species of bat. In fact, over 1/5 of all animals on Earth are bats. And they're really unique record breakers too. For a start, they're the only species of mammal that can truly fly. They also hold the record for the smallest mammal on Earth too. The bumblebee bat, also known as the kitty hognose bat, is true to its name and weighs just 2 grams, with a wingspan of about 29 to 33 millimeters. That's about 1.1 to 1.3 inches big. You can only find them in a select few limestone caves in southwest Thailand and Myanmar, making them a very rare sight too. And the award for the largest bat goes to the giant golden-crowned flying fox bat. It has an average wingspan of around 1.5 meters long. That's around 5 feet. They're nearly as tall as a human, and yet they can still fly with grace. Bats are super fast too. Some species can fly over 60 miles an hour, and some can live for more than 30 years. And most bats only have one baby a year. Their droppings, known as guano, are one of the richest fertilizers found on Earth. And of course, they are famous for sleeping upside down. Sadly though, due to a lot of people believing these bad myths about bats, they are hated and killed around the world. That, coupled with the loss of their habitat and environmental changes, mean that many of these strange and wonderful species are now under threat of becoming extinct, which is just really sad, because although they may not be the cutest animals on Earth, they are still a vital part of our ecosystem and truly amazing animals. Plus, any animal that can eat that many bugs in one night is okay by me.